How is everybody today? Today we are going to go over some weight loss drugs that are being produced to the market. And I want to preface this with a very clear statement of, I am not against any of these things. If your doctor, listen to your doctor. I just think that we should know and have full disclosure so we can make informed decisions and have informed consent. So we're going to go over a few of the things that I think are good and I think are bad about some of these things. Casey, how you doing? I'm going to say hi to everybody. We're going to give everybody a chance to get on. Let's see. Tomorrow's live, by the way, is going to be at 7 in the morning. And I'm not sure the topic it's going to be. I normally decide the topic after I'm done with this, after I'm done with the live for the day. Tim Pool's segment from half an hour ago, we'll watch after this live. Tim Pool's segment from half hour ago, we'll watch after this live. Leftists say CDC is fat shaming. Fat women cries and gets triggered because MRIs aren't big enough. Mark was recently on Tim Pool. I'm a big fan. I'm not saying I agree with every single thing he says. I do definitely agree with that. I find it funny. Reality doesn't fat shame. It's this weird thing we've gotten into in society where I don't understand. I've been warning about it for years. That's the thing. All these, I'm glad to see that a lot of people, are now opening their mind to the fact that you can't be fat as fuck and healthy because that's just idiocy. But I am truly happy that people are joining on. But we've been talking about this for fucking years. But I'll be checking Tim Pool out after I'm done with this. So I watch him almost every day anyway. So. Amelia, how the hell are you doing? Blease, how's everybody doing? Hope you're having a great fucking day. Kashina, how are you doing? Stormy, what the fuck's up? Lewis, fat liberation. Nikki told me about you. Why not leave poor fat people alone, homie? What's up? How you doing in memory? Oh, YouTube, let me talk to Alan. I don't know. My socks don't fit. They're fat phobic. That's the thing. Your legs didn't become fat phobic by making it so it's hard for you to bend down and tie your shoes. It's fucking ridiculous. Hey, Lindsay, how the fuck you doing? Sophia's long lost brother. They're fun. They're fun. Tuning in for your daily dose of motivation. Sophia's real name must be Nikki. We'll see. I don't know. And MRIs aren't big enough. My brain, Mr. Incredible. I find it fucking crazy. YouTube didn't give you a notification again. No shit. They're never going to. Fuck. Well, no, very pleased with YouTube. Allows me to be on here, and I am thankful for the platform that they provide, and blah, 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 blah. Anywho. So I wanted to do this just to piss a few certain people off, but I wanted to welcome guys, gals, and people that are in denial of their birth certificates. How are you doing? You have every right to be. You really, really do, but let's be real. Gotta go after school pickup soon, but I'll be listening. Out fucking standing. So listen, and I wanted to tell everybody, we've had a lot of people say that they're interested in the live coachings because we do a special almost every day for live coaching. And we are doing them now. You got a notification from YouTube. No shit, Jimmy. But we're doing this one right now. This one is the live month. It's a live coaching special that we can do just for the lives. That is a monthly subscription, but it's a 3-month basis subscription. So there you go. You can check that out. If you have trouble with your habits, we can help you. There is no better time than now. And it's we hope to see you. We really, really do. Anyway. Guys, non-body pals, what's up? Just wanted to say how I appreciate everything you've been doing in the past few years. We may not agree on everything, but I completely support you. I hope YouTube doesn't shut you down. If they do, I'll just have another channel and we'll go. Crystal and I are going to be doing some other content, just health-related content too. At some, like going hiking, going kayaking, stuff like that. We're going to have a whole separate channel for that. We'll be telling everybody about that soon. As we're going to have a lot more content here coming up later on this year for that stuff. So, Lord Tyrannus, how the fuck are you doing? Amelia, perfect timing for the live. Just started your gym session. Out fucking standing. Every 3 months, you have to turn notifications back on. Of course. No kidding. Always. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing us to be on here. Oh, great overlords of the video. We appreciate it. So, in very, very realistic terms, we live in what could be considered a seriously fat fucking society. And this is just going to be very, very honest to a lot of people. So if this hurts your fees, I suggest you not fucking listen. But we live in an extremely fat fucking society. The 2018 numbers were 42.5% obesity in America. Just on normal incline, that would have probably reached in the high 40s by 2020. After 2020, now we're in 2022. I would honestly guess us somewhere in the low 50% range of obesity. And I think that anybody can go any fucking where. And if they really understand what obesity looks like and up, I think they'd understand that. A huge problem right now that we're having is that obesity is normalized. That being fat is very fucking normal. What we used to consider to be obese, like morbidly obese, just by looking at it, is now considered kind of the norm. I mean, when you think about like any old show, like the guy that was like the fat, like on Seinfeld, what's his name, Norm? I mean, fucking. That's the fucking average dude now, you know? It's really, really, really kind of gotten pathetic. We live in a very fat society. People care very little about their actual health, even though we live in a time frame when most people actually pretend like they care very much about their health. Excuse me, I'm trying to fight off a sneeze because I'm looking to the lights. But when they pretend like they care a lot about their health, they care very fucking little about their health. They care about virtue signaling a lot nowadays. They care about like trying to be like, oh, that's horrible that you called somebody fat and that's fat phobic. And oh, by the way, so's the fucking MRI. I can't wait to watch the Tim Pool segment because that shit's fucking crazy. That shit's just fucking crazy. Anyway, there are new drugs that are coming out that help suppress appetite and do help with fat loss to a certain degree. Mark and I are coming out with our own appetite suppressant that's non-stimulus based with ingredients that have been human tested at their clinical doses. The biggest difference is ours are on the natural extract side. They're more Ayurvedic, which, if you understand what that means, a huge portion of the supplement industry is based off Ayurvedic medicine, which is kind of herbs, medicinal plants, extracts from those things. And the processes have just gotten a lot better to extract the certain type of ingredient or certain type of thing needed from each plant and or each thing. For instance, berberine, which is an ingredient in another future product we have, has shown to have great benefit, and it's also an extract, has shown to have great benefit, even rivaling, if not being better than metformin, because the thing about Ayurvedic medicines and Ayurvedic supplements for health that are non-performance based related, they normally have almost no side effects. And that's one of the huge issues with some of these things. That, and I'm going to argue with the one or two we're going to look at, we're definitely going to look at the one because it is the one that's probably going to be prescribed the most, is that not only do they have massive, and I mean massive risk connected to them, their results are pretty fucking shitty. They're just being marketed really well. Seems to be a thing for the pharmaceutical industry lately that they have very shitty results on things and they just market it really fucking well. So this is not meant to in any way say that these products do not work, because that would be illegal for me to say. This is going to give my I just want to put this out there for the lawyers. This is my very frank opinion on the actual results and the dangers of such. And it is also in an attempt to do something that the medical industry has given up on also, and that is give everybody informed consent when they're talking to their doctors about these things, because they are going to be largely prescribed. And I mean, I can almost guarantee it. One of them is this drug, Wegovy. The FDA has approved, and this is from June 4th of 2021, and I have to share the fucking screen with you. I was just going to start fucking reading shit. So, you love Ayurveda. Ayurvedic medicine is really the basis for modern day supplementation when you truly think about it. For instance, like you take creatine. Creatine is found naturally, mostly in red meats and proteins. That's why I often say, like, when people and that fucking pissed a lot of people off. But you're not natural if you take 5 grams of creatine a day, because you're not naturally going to ingest the meat, necessary, the amount of meat necessary. Most people, along with other calories, to get 5 grams of creatine in a day. That's like 2.5 pounds of red meat. That's 1.5 pounds of haddock. Haddock is the most plentiful, I believe, fish. And some other stuff. So it's not going to be there. You know, like right now I'm on this supplement, which it's called Mental Jewels. This is a neurotropic. So neurotropics are that has mushroom extracts basically in it, and the mushroom extracts in it are good for mental cognition. They help focus people. They help with brain process. So I'm not going to naturally eat the amount of mushrooms that would be taken to get the dosages of what I have in me from that. It's just not fucking real. So people need to kind of get there. Now, I'm not saying that it's a pharmacologically based thing. It is just extracts, and it is what it is. So I do believe that we should only go by like human tested shit, because that's what I fucking do. But anyway, here we go. We are going to start. Oh, I got to set myself up so I can actually read and fucking see this thing at the same time. So, boom. There we go. And we are going to share the screen with the first one I have. Now, this one is being pushed very, very, very heavily. And again, this is not to say that this does not work. All right, this is absolutely not to say that whatsoever. This is to say that we need to take a very serious look at how we're addressing these things. This is the FDA has approved an obesity drug that helps some people drop weight by 15%. Now, I will say 15% is not something that is minimal. However, if you read on this, we are going to look over the studies about this, because they're pushing this drug immensely. The regulators on Friday, and this is months and months ago, said that a new version of a popular diabetes medication could be sold as a weight loss drug in the USA. The Food and Drug Administration approved Wegovy, a higher dose version of Novo Nordisk's diabetes drug. And by the way, Novo Nordisk is a large contributor to the CDC. Just to be real, of Novo Nordisk's diabetes drug semaglutide for long-term weight management, and it depends on what they mean by long-term. And we'll get to that in a couple seconds also. In company-funded studies, that's very important, because company-funded means that Novo Nordisk paid for this study. So they paid for the results that I'm about to go over. I think that's what's very important for people to understand. Novo Nordisk, this is their drug, and they paid for the studies that we are about to go over. We are about to go over. That's very, very, very important. So. Participants taking Wegovy had an average weight loss of 15%, about 34 pounds, 15.3 kilograms. Participants lost weight steadily for 16 months before plateauing. In a comparison group, getting dummy shots, the average weight loss was about 2.5%, just under 6 pounds. Okay, so here's reality. The second they bring up plateauing, that means that the drug stops working after about 16 months or 68 weeks. If you actually take a look at the chart, which we will look at shortly, there's actually about 3 or 4 weeks of regain, of the start of what would be regain, and then they ended the trial, which is kind of fucking crazy to me. But 15% over 16 months, 34 pounds over 16 months, that fucking sucks. I'm just gonna say that straight up right now. If you are, and depending on the size of the person, but if you lose 2 pounds a month from an obese state. So if we are in an obese state, that means we have at least 70 pounds to lose, and you only lose half of that in 16 months. I'm going to say that fucking sucks. 15%, like, so a 300-pound person loses 15%, that's 45 pounds in 16 months. That's fucking shitty. That's horrible fucking weight loss for 16 months. That if you're a 300-pound person and you don't, You could lose more if you lose a pound a week. That's 500. That's basically 500 calories of deficit a day. That's pathetic. I mean, that's pathetic, especially when you get to, and we'll read on, but I'm going to go on to a little bit more why it's pathetic. And I've even seen a few other people do videos on this, and I did a video on it myself before, but I just wanted to come back and relook at this because they are, and I'm telling you right now, the FDA and the CDC and everybody like that, now that they have mentioned that obesity is a contributing factor, a large contributing factor, excuse the pun, to the current pandemic, they're going to be pushing weight loss surgery and weight loss drugs, pharmaceuticals, very fucking heavily. I can guarantee that shit. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind. But they go on to say with existing drugs, you are going to get maybe 5-10% weight reduction, sometimes not even that, said Dr. Harold Bays, medical director for the Louisiana Metabolic and Osteoporosis Research Center. Bays, who is an obesity medicine associate chief science officer, helped run the studies for the drug. I would absolutely love to have a discussion with him and ask him some very serious questions. In the U.S., more than 100 million adults, about 1 in 3 are obese. Dropping even 5% of one's weight can bring health benefits, which I completely agree with, such as improved energy, blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels. But the amount often doesn't satisfy patients who are focused on weight loss, Bays said. Bays said Wegovy appears far safer than earlier obesity drugs that have gone down in flames. I don't know why they would actually come up with that. We're going to go over that very fucking shortly, too. Over safety problems. Wegovy's most common side effects were gastrointestinal problems, including nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. Those usually subsided, but led to about 5% of the study participants for not taking it. The drug carries a potential risk for a type of thyroid tumor, so it shouldn't be taken by people with a family history of it. Wegovy also has a risk of depression and pancreas inflammation. Crazy shit. Wegovy is a synthesized version of a gut hormone that curbs appetite. Patients inject it weekly. So basically what they're doing is they're injecting a synthetic version of the hormone that actually curbs your appetite instead of actually using the mechanism of blocking the production of it, which is actually what mine and Mark's thing is going to do. I'm not saying that ours is going to be better, except I really, in my opinion, think that ours is going to be better, even if you just go by the fact that, guess what? There's not going to be nearly as many of these fucking crazy-ass side effects. But the Danish company hasn't disclosed Wegovy's price. By the way, they did disclose it, by the way. It's about $1,500 a month. So $1,500 a month, and you lose fucking 40 pounds on it in the course of a couple of fucking years. So you're looking at like $500 to $600 a pound. Again, fucking catastrophically fucking crazy. I'm sure they're going to try to do their very best to make sure that everybody pays for it in the form of Medicare or Medicaid, though. So don't you worry. They are going to be prescribing lots and lots and lots of this to fucking make sure that everybody pays for it to a fucking great degree. Even though one of the things that is not mentioned here that we are going to go to now, give me 1 second. I got to pull this up. Here we go. This is off of the FDA's approval website. Okay, so this is the FDA, the reputable people that they are. This is on their very website. This is the basically pamphlet that comes with it. So I don't know if you guys can't see that shit at all. So we're gonna blow this shit the fuck. Oh, and there we go. Okay. So one more time. Let's see if I can stretch this out a little bit and blow it up even a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I don't know if you guys can read this well or not, but in fact, let's do this. Let's go this way. Oop. This, again, you can see this is Wegovy. Okay, this is off of the FDA site. Personal and family history, contraindications. Personal and family history of nodular thyroid carcinoma and in patients with multiple endocrine neoplasm syndrome, type 2. Known hypersensitivity to semaglutide or any of its excipients in Wegovy. So, the warnings and precautions. There is a thyroid C cell tumor black box warning on the lower dosage of semaglutide. Semaglutide is already known to be a diabetic and weight loss drug, but it is, again, has a black box warning on it. So basically, this is a weekly higher dose of that medication that in high doses causes tumors, possibly. Acute pancreatitis has occurred in clinical trials. It has occurred in clinical trials. Discontinue promptly if pancreatitis is suspected. Do not restart if pancreatitis is confirmed. Acute gallbladder disease has occurred in clinical trials. And this is, by the way, from the clinical trials that the company that produces this drug paid for. Okay, this is from them. And you are not going to see this stuff as you saw in the initial article. It's just kind of glossed over. This has happened. Oh, a mild case of this has happened. This is from there. They have happened in the clinical trials. The clinical trials, by the way, were only 500 fucking people. So, I mean, if these have happened all in the clinical trials, you can go with that from there. So if gallbladder studies have clinical follow-up, hypoglycemia, concomitant, whatever, used with insulin's sucralfate or insulin may increase the risk of hypoglycemia, including several hypoglycemia, reduce the dose of insulin. It's fucking crazy. Acute kidney injury has occurred. Monitor renal function when initiated or escalated doses of Wegovy in patients reported severe adverse gastrointestinal reaction, or in those renal impairments reported severe adverse gastrointestinal reaction. Hypersensitivity, anaphylactic reaction, and angioedema have been reported post-marketing, meaning like they will actually have given this to people and all of a sudden that they reported this because it wasn't in the trials. Diabetic retinopathy complications in patients with type 2 diabetes has been reported in trials, which means it damages their eyes. Heart rate increase, which is not good for a morbidly obese person to begin with. Oh, and by the way, suicidal behavior and ideation, monitor for depression or suicidal thoughts. The most common adverse reactions reported in greater than or equal to 5% of the patients treated with Wegovy are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, abdominal pain, headache, fatigue, dyspepsia, dizziness, abdominal distension, eructation, hypoglycemia in patients with type 2 diabetes, flatulence, gastrointestininitis, and reflux disease. So, and by the way, drug interactions, Wegovy may delays gastric emptying, may impact absorption of concomitancy, administered oral medication, so it can definitely mess with your medications. May cause fetal harm when pregnant if recognized. Males and females of reproductive age discontinue Wegovy at least 2 months before planned pregnancy because of long half-life of semaglutide. So what we are going to do now is also look for something here. We are going to look for diet. So Wegovy, indications and usage of. This is very important. Wegovy is indicated as an adjunct, so in conjunction with, to a reduced calorie diet and increased physical activity. An increased physical activity for chronic weight management in adults with initial body mass index of obesity or overweight or greater. So if you're just overweight and you have type 2 diabetes, dyslipidemia, or hypertension, they'll give it to you. But again, just to read that one more time, Wegovy is indicated as an adjunct to a reduced calorie diet and increased physical activity for chronic weight management. So I'm sorry if people don't understand this, but this means you need to still fucking diet and still fucking have exercise and all of that shit. I don't understand how people are not seeing how fucking crazy that shit is, where they are just basically telling you to take this as well as still diet. So, I mean, that's literally what it is. It is as well as still diet and exercise. I have a hard time fucking believing that a morbidly obese person that would diet and exercise would not also lose 30 to 40 fucking, in fact, I mean, if you cannot get somebody to lose 45 fucking pounds from 300 pounds in 68 weeks, especially with the last couple weeks. I'm actually looking for the graph right now, and I fucking can't seem to fucking find it. Visual abstract. No, I can't see it. But anyway, it does say it plateaus by itself. God damn it. Did I fucking lose that shit? That's not really what I wanted to look at. Wait. Here it is. It's coming up. I think. Here it is. Okay, we're going to blow this up for you. And again, I'll be with the questions and everything like that here shortly, guys. But I just wanted to fucking go over this real quick. If you look this right here, I'm going to blow this up as big as I can get it for you. This is the change of baseline percentage of body weight, study 3. This right here, if you guys want to look at it, is the change. So they lose a bunch of weight, they lose a bunch of weight, they lose a bunch of weight. It starts plateauing off. This is with, again, diet and exercise. They plateau a little bit, and then at week 56, while on the medication and dieting and exercising, they start regaining weight. They plateau again, and then they regain weight, and then all of a sudden, shockingly, the study is shut off. Isn't that fucking crazy? I mean, and one of the things I read is that they had to shut the study off at 68 weeks because they cannot keep prescribing this to people due to the fact that it might cause all the side effects and shit like that. However, at 56 weeks, they start regaining weight on the medication while dieting and exercising. This is their data. This is off the FDA, the FDA website, and this is from their clinical trial. That is what people need to fucking understand. So you are going to go through the possibility of all the side effects I listed, plus have to diet and exercise, plus start regaining weight while on it. I am going to argue that the weight loss alone can be very easily, and I mean very easily, without any intervention, without taking any supplementation, without anything like that, if you just diet and exercise moderately, just make a few lifestyle adjustments. If you are a morbidly obese person, if you are a 300-pound person, and you moderately change what you do, if you just get a 500-calorie swing a day, you will, in fact, lose more fucking weight than this without any other intervention. If you just start moving a little bit and watching what you eat a little bit, just a 500-calorie swing. I do not know who ran this. I would love to actually discuss with these people who ran this. I really would, because to me, this is detached from the actual reality of weight loss. This is them seeing if they can rely on an artificial means versus a natural methodology of it. This is a pharmacologically created chemical that is synthesized to basically mimic a hormone of the body, when in fact, they could produce these results better and naturally, yet alone, if you would take, I don't know, any variety of supplements that, especially like ours, and this is going to be tuning our own horns. Ours has no side effects and works on hunger in the same fashion, except it's not artificial. It actually gets your body to do it instead of having an artificial thing do it. It gets your body to actually avoid the actual hunger hormone. It works on the mechanism of hunger from your stomach, which this creates a hormone that blocks that, and we actually get it to not make it. So I hope everybody understands. Like, I'm not saying to take ours when it comes out. I hope you do. I think it's going to help a lot of fucking people. I'm not saying to not take somebody else's. I hope you fucking have great success if you're morbidly obese. But I can fucking tell you very fucking clearly, in my opinion, based off of the data they presented, and this is the fucking thing, this is the data they presented, it clearly shows, yes, Grelin, it clearly shows that after 56 weeks, people start to re-fucking gain weight while dieting, while exercising on their medication that has a dramatic risk profile, if you ask me. I mean, why take any fucking thing and to has any fucking risk attached to it at all when you could get a better result by a 500 calorie swing? I mean, a 500 calorie swing for anybody would produce 50 to 60 pounds of weight loss in that time frame for anybody. You know, a 500 calorie deficit will produce that fucking weight loss. I don't get it. Like, I mean, this is just openly denial of realities of weight loss. And I'm not trying to knock on them. I just don't think that they're viewing this from a fucking actual realistic stance. I don't think that it's actually being seen as what it is. This is the reality is it is about controlling calories. And while this does do something I think is very important, I'm going to preface this. It does do something that's very important because it makes it so the person is not suffering with hunger. And that is a huge premise of what I've always discussed in the last couple of years is being hungry all the time is not something you do. I was talking to clients right before this, and I was talking about my new clients from these lives even, I was talking to them like how we cannot have it be where you are constantly hungry. That is not a lifestyle to fucking be, to live. That is not in any way something you can actually do. We cannot have it be where you're not feeling satiated and satisfied on a consistent basis. The constant hunger is just a methodology to fuck up your relationship with food and cause binging. That is literally not fucking, that's literally not how you can fucking be successful. So I do believe that action of these type of medications, of these type of synthetic medications are very important. I do believe it can be done through natural Ayurvedic and supplementation and different extracts from nature. I absolutely know it can be because I have done that myself. But what I am saying is, if you can find a way to even just eat a lower glycemic index food, even make sure you avoid ultra-processed carbohydrates as much as humanly possible, because they are shown clinically to increase your hunger levels. The issue with all of this, everything I fucking see out of this medication and other medications just like it, is that the bang for the buck is very minimal. It's $500 to $600 per pound of fucking weight loss. $1,300 to $1,600 a fucking month to lose what would be considered fire your fucking coach weight loss. I mean, that's fucking insane, you know? I mean, this is also does not address any of the habitual issues that the person would need because they still need to diet and exercise on the fucking shit. They still need to diet and exercise. That's the fucking crazy thing. They still need to do everything that they would do if they didn't take it and get what I would consider to be horrible results if they would just diet and exercise. It's very fucking crazy to me that this is it. But like for some reason, pharma is king right now when nature provides. Again, you can look at the reason why the supplement industry, even the performance supplement industry, is based off of food extracts and actual food is because they work still because it's Ayurvedic. It literally comes from nature. There's always a fucking way. There's always a way to actually help your body. Vitamin C, vitamin D, great for the immune system. Who would have fucking known? Oh yeah, nature would have known. You know, that's the fucking crazy shit. So now I've missed probably a bunch of the conversation. I'm not going to scroll back. So if you did ask a question, feel free to ask it again about this or weight loss of any kind, and we're going to go along with that. But I'm going to start answering questions from here, in my opinion. And again, once again, I need to state this. We need to understand that I'm not trying to knock these people. Make your fucking money, and if it helps one person, I'm down. I just don't think that all of society, one, should need to pay for this shit. They're trying to get it made so it's paid for via Medicare and Medicaid when it produces very fucking shitty results. Very fucking shitty results. And two, I definitely fucking think that we need to fucking take a very serious look at starting with the diet and exercise. And then if you still have trouble with your hunger, seeing what, making more arrangements, like trying to reorganize your food to be less glycemic, eat protein earlier in the day, hold your carbohydrates till later on at night, or have a minimal carbohydrate diet, avoid ultra processed carbohydrates, avoid processed sugar if at all possible. And then if you need supplementation, or if you need medication, then go for the supplementation. I personally think you should go for the supplementation first, because as a clear fucking thing, it has a much lower risk profile than possibly causing all the shit that I fucking went over that came from these people's very own paid for studies that I'm sure that they felt they had to fucking put in, and they probably wouldn't have. So I will go towards there. Somebody asked me an interesting question, and I'll even look it up. There is no sugar in this. There's no sugar in it. It does, and this one tastes a little bit more sour than sweet, so that's why I don't mind it during the day. And I'm right now, I'm just like focused on shit. I never thought we would live in a time where people need to cut out their guts not to die. Now don't get me wrong. I wanted to talk about this too, because I'll probably do a weight loss surgery one here probably in the next couple days, if not sometime next week. We're going to go over the benefits and negative things about weight loss surgery, because they are going to be, again, pushing weight loss surgeries to a great fucking degree. It's going to be pushed on every fucking body of almost every fucking age that's obese. You watch. It will happen. And I get to say that a lot because I've gotten to say I told you so more than any fucking buddy on YouTube, besides just a few fucking people, I think, in the last 2 years. Believe it. It is a last-ditch effort for some people. Some people it's absolutely necessary for. We do have several new clients, though, right fucking now, that did have weight loss surgery and are still having trouble because it only takes them so far, and then they start even regaining a little bit. So it just buys time. That's it. It just buys time. That's all it does. So is the best way to go cold turkey with candy addiction? I would say so. I would be prepared, though. There are some interesting medications. Not medications, but there's some interesting supplements that have some very neat possible application for that. L-Dopa is one of them. There's a Jerry Ward, who's not a fan of mine, I'm sure, because I've talked shit on him in the past. But his one new supplement it's sold on Tiger Fitness has really, and I don't even think he's marketing more towards just like a happiness, serotonin boosting type supplement, where if in the literature it actually states, like all the scientific literature on the supplement ingredients, it states it'll be actually pretty good for getting off of sugar and sugar addiction. So that's something that we're going to be talking about soon, hopefully in the future. I'll probably try to have Mark talk to him about it to coincide with our product, to actually say like, hey, we're going to suggest your product alongside ours for some people. Because I don't want, like, it's his product. I would never want to remake a product he did. But I do want to make sure that he knows that I'll probably be suggesting it to people alongside ours when ours gets released too. Pharma is king right now when nature provides. Absolutely. I mean, and I stand by that fucking statement. It's fucking crazy. Mental illness is a huge part of disordered eating for many. It absolutely is. People don't do themselves any favors by eating foods that are going to cause them to constantly be hungry or cause insulin spikes and such also either, which does necessarily fucking negatively affect their hunger to a great degree. But then no, there's no sugar in mental jewels. Alan, what are your thoughts on flaxseed oil? Do you take it? I don't use flaxseed oil a whole lot. I really one of the things I do is when I'm cooking off my ground meat, I save that fat from the ground meat and I use that for lots of things. I use butter mainly for oils, or a really good pan. So I've been staying farther and farther and farther away from nut oils and just oils in general. I'd more go along the lines with actual natural fats. I wonder if fast food industries are compensated for funneling all those people into the pharmaceutical industry. It's definitely a symbiotic relationship. There's no doubt. I mean, it is definitely. Think about if like Venom, had a Venom, because like an evil thing on an evil thing, and then they're symbiotic together. Marvel comic reference for everybody. Don't forget high fiber. Fiber is important. It really, really, really is. But I think the people go on high fiber diets, they have a hard time sustaining that to a great deal. High fiber is best for PCOS. Low sugar is best for PCOS, if you ask me. Fiber definitely is good for PCOS. One of the biggest things that people need to understand is maintaining blood sugar levels on PCOS is very, very important because it comes with a certain degree of insulin resistance. So avoiding ultra-processed carbohydrates for somebody with PCOS is key. It's just not spoken about because they want people to have PCOS, and being obese exacerbates the symptoms of PCOS, of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, as a man, make sure that there is no iron in the supplement you take. I don't know why you would not want iron in your diet, but you don't want too much. But of course, but I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about it being estrogenic, I mean, everybody needs iron to fucking function though, too, dude. So I'm 55 and almost 50 pounds and lost almost 50 pounds. I go to the gym every other day and I feel so great. Fucking hero. Great fucking job. Great fucking job. Perfect. Thank you. I won't set my food tolerances then. I appreciate your care. Thank you very much. Eliminate the sugar makes all the difference. It really fucking does. It makes a fucking huge, huge, huge difference. Start posting your W's. I want to know how much weight everybody's lost, or if you need to lose weight. So unless it grows or has a face, I don't eat it. Probably a little extreme, but I feel amazing. Very fucking good. I suggest anyone that get into cycling. It's a great form of cardio that is easy on the knees. It's also pretty easy on the back too. It's very good advice. We have bikes in the garage that we use. In fact, maybe we'll go for a bike ride here today or this weekend or something like that. But I think it's a very fucking, it's good. Swimming is still king because it just takes the pressure off all the joints. I got the reference. Hell yeah. If Venom had a venom, so Carnage. No, Carnage is just a red Venom. But I mean, it's still a symbiote. Like I'm talking if the actual symbiote had a symbiote, you know? So, because they're both parasites is the fucking thing. So. 107 pounds so far. Casey, my motherfucker. Oh, that's some fucking wins right there. I do the elliptical. Elliptical's pretty good too. But anyway, I hope this was enlightening. We're at 40 minutes. Not all of them are going to last an hour. I do want to, I'll answer questions, so start asking them. But I just, before before you're told to spend $1,500 fucking dollars a month, or have even your fucking insurance billed for $1,500 a fucking month, raising everybody's fucking costs, maybe try to fucking just do the diet and exercise that they're going to have you fucking do on the medication anyway. It's just so fucking crazy. So it must be hard to eat. Must be hard to eat when you are hungry. Must be hard to just eat when you're hungry, or you're always hungry. There's a lot of disorders that cause people to be always hungry, but I just do again say that people do eat in a fashion that makes them hungrier, almost systemically in our society. Like when you start your day with like two tablespoons of fucking sugar in your coffee, you're gonna be hungry all fucking day. I mean, you're gonna be hungrier than you would be if you didn't have the 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's for fucking sure. So. Lost 25 pounds in the past 5 months, gained 6 pounds of muscle and 4 inches off my waist. Now at low risk visceral fat wise, 30 pounds to go. That's fucking awesome. That is how you look at it too. Great fucking job. The visceral fat focus is very fucking important. Very, 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 very fucking important. And once the visceral fat is down and you're in a little better range there, just keep in mind the 30 pounds you need to go. That's all a guesstimate too. So keep getting down. I mean, I'm sure you probably, if you think you have 30 pounds to lose, you probably still have some weight to lose, but don't get too caught up on that. If you're safe viscerally, if you're safe visceral fat wise, and you are starting to get into the point where you're in a decently healthy body fat range for a female, I would just try to focus on healthy behaviors and healthy living lifestyle that you can sustain forever. Okay. Kimberly Gonzalez, my husband has lost 40 pounds since May, and he has hypothyroidism. Well, since he's lost 40 pounds, by the way, and he has hypothyroidism, he should make sure to get his levels checked when he goes back because his medication might need adjusted. So make sure that happens too, right? 47 pounds and counting, recovering from spinal surgery, walking 2 miles a day and eating well. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome right there. That is a fucking winner right there. No shit. Oh my goodness. 70 pounds down. I kept it off. I begun 7 years ago, almost exactly. Best change your life. Great fucking job. Another fucking hero. Another fucking winner. 40 kilograms down. That's fucking crazy good. That's like 88 pounds. Great fucking job, Bashir. Great fucking job. Space Rabbit, 110 pounds on keto and still going. That's outstanding. Make sure it's sustainable. A lot of people can live on keto and be happy for the rest of their fucking lives. So signing up for a 30-minute consult right now. Brian, looking forward to fucking talking to you. Said before, lost 110 pounds, no more chronic pain and PCOS symptoms. That's fucking amazing. Great fucking job. Say it every fucking chat, and I'll throw it up there. Great fucking job. Ellipticals are great when you have osteoarthritis, like me. Yeah, they're very low impact, which is great. Alan, how are you doing? Have you ever struggled with eating too much or unhealthy food? I have a binge eater. You must be new to the fucking channel, because I'm a binge eater, well discussed on the channel. That's one of the reasons how me and the wife developed the hunger management method that we coach people on, which again, I'm going to put in here. We do have, I got to go back to get the links here real quick. But we do have a by the month live coaching special that we do just for the people on this live right now. So you can fucking sign up. Looking fucking forward to it. We coach people on the method that I've used, and the best part about it is it's a method. It's not a diet. People come to us anywhere from some people being underweight or being overweight or being morbidly obese, all the way to almost completely immobile due to their level of obesity. And we change their life bit by bit individually. We talk to people on an individual basis on our app. Weekly video conference calls with me. That's what I do most of the fucking day, almost every fucking day, is video conference calls. And then we adjust their food. We give them individualized goals and habits to hit weekly. We give people homework every week, basically. And then we have people learn these tools themselves so they can then self-evaluate as life goes on. So yes, I've had serious trouble with overeating before. The thing that got me there was because I ate my way strong for just to be a fucking gym bro. And, not traumatic, but very, very, very horrible fucking mistake. It really, really was when I look back on it. Awesome job, guys. No shit. Get it, Space Rabbit. Thank you. 56 pounds down since May. Melissa, great fucking job. I've lost over 20 pounds by doing weightlifting and running. That's fucking great, Manon. And I had back surgery about 10 years ago, and I never felt better. Great fucking job. You lost 35 pounds from your heaviest last year was 170. And at this point last year, I want to be a nurse. So who's going to list me if I'm obese? There's a lot of obese nurses and doctors. A lot. 6 pounds of muscle. Nice. 6 pounds of muscle in 5 months. It could be muscle memory. It could be lean mass regain. So eating and hunger don't always go together for me. That's for many people. People eat out of boredom and eat their feelings. People comfort eat. They definitely do. And comfort food is normally the food that causes a dopamine release in their brain, which is normally ultra-processed carbohydrates. Because ultra-processed carbohydrates, I will say this to the intuitive eating fucking morons, complete fucking morons. You are a complete fucking moron if you talk about intuitively eating with the inclusion of ultra-processed carbohydrates. Our bodies do not know how to eat intuitively ultra-processed carbohydrates, especially because they react in the body, not natural to them, not natural to your body and evolution, because they are not fucking natural. They're ultra-processed. So to anybody that is an intuitive eating coach and you talk about eating pizza intuitively, you are a fucking idiot. You are a dangerous fucking idiot. Anybody that talks about intuitive eating that in any fucking way includes any kind of fucking sugar or flour or processed carbohydrates, you cannot intuitively eat that shit. You absolutely cannot. You can mindfully eat that shit. You can think about it and be like, I know this isn't necessarily healthy for me, but I am going to have it for its momentary pleasure. And that is what it's going to provide. It is not actually fucking food. It is just fucking calories for enjoyment. That is how you view processed carbohydrates, especially processed sugar. If you view processed sugar in that way, that is an actual real healthy relationship with that item. It's the same thing. This would be like intuitively drinking. You cannot intuitively drink alcohol. Your body does not fucking produce alcohol. I mean, it's not a fucking real thing like that. It's just fucking idiotic. Let's see here. Was 230 and now 180, going strong. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. So fucking good. 24 pounds since November. Out fucking standing. This is what fucking heroes look like in our world today. When we are having a global pandemic that we absolutely know that the people that are having the hardest time with it, that could be using resources more, are obese people, especially when obese people are the hardest on the hospital system to begin with. Obesity is the hardest thing on the fucking planet. Obese people consume more pharma, more food, more resources, more oil-related products, more plastics, more fuel for their cars. Your car requires, if you weigh 300 pounds, that car requires more fuel to push that a certain distance at a certain speed as if a person weighed 200 pounds. You know why? Reality. That's why. Reality. That's the fucking reason why. Because weight is a fucking actual thing. Because, again, just why I say that morbidly obese people cannot be considered healthy, gravity exists. I mean, gravity, it's just fucking crazy. Love hearing these wins. I fucking love this portion. I love keto. I will always do it. It's a lifestyle for me. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. And that's the coaching special, by the way. With some bald ass motherfucker right there, weird ass fucking dude. It really makes a huge difference. Sleep better. Absolutely. I tried actually Ritual PM from Ambrosia last night for the first time. It was my first endeavor trying it, and I slept really fucking hard last night, like really deep sleep. So it's fucking any type of that. But we do talk about all the time. One of the things we do through the hunger management method is a 30-minute sleep routine. So basically 30 minutes before you go to bed, make sure you have this routine you go through. Make sure the temperature in the house is correct. Make sure the sheets are comfy. Make sure your pillows are comfy. Make sure the clothing you're wearing, if you wear any clothes, I like to sleep naked, but if you're wearing anything, is very comfortable. Like I'm definitely shaving today because one, I don't want to aggravate my wife's skin, but the pillowcases and everything like that. Like when I get bristly, it doesn't fucking feel right. So I'm going to fucking shave today to make sure I sleep well, So 30 minutes, really sleep prep time. Try to put your phones down. Try to maybe read or talk or anything like that. Relax. Make sure you feel in a very fucking good state and then fucking drift off into sleep. Fucking outstanding. Intuitive eating is a goat rope. No shit. Fucking ridiculous. I've lost 140 pounds, BMI around 19 range. It's lifestyle, mental health, better food, juices. That is fucking crazy. Don't go too far, though. Don't go too far low. You're fucking getting towards the fucking bottom range there. So be very fucking careful where you don't actually fucking let it exceed to where you're underweight. But 140 fucking pounds, that's fucking rock star, right? That's fucking amazing. I think I lost 16 pounds and some more. I'm proud of myself, though. That's fucking awesome. That's a fucking great fucking start. Include eggs in my breakfast, controls my hunger cravings. That's outstanding. We oftentimes suggest protein, healthy fats right at the very fucking beginning. The more protein, healthy fat forward you make your meals and then save carbohydrates for later on, the easier it is just biologically because that's what your body reacts to differently, Stormy, 3 years ago, I was 170 pounds. Now I'm 146 pounds. That's fucking excellent. Great fucking job. 12 kilograms down since December 1st. That's fucking rock star. 20 fucking what? That's 26 and a half pounds down. Great fucking job. I used to be 285 and I hated every bit of it. It hurt all the time. No shit. People can bullshit all they fucking want. People can bullshit that they feel fine when they're big. Chris and I were talking about this too. Like, the biggest thing is like training different people, right? So when you start coaching somebody to weight loss that used to be an athlete and then got very out of shape, like say they gained 100 fucking pounds or more, the issue with them is getting them started and getting a good 3 to 6 months worth of habits built, because starting for them sucks. It truly fucking sucks because they're going to fucking always picture themselves compared to the athlete or the shape they used to be in. And it's been probably a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years since they've been that person at the very minimum. But we always picture ourselves in our best light in our brain and compare to the best we've ever been or the ideal that we have for ourselves. So then they oftentimes feel dejected and feel demotivated because they're like, it's such a far leap from who they used to be that the first 6 months is very fucking hard. Now, in converse to that, a person, and we have a lot of people like this in society nowadays, but a lot of people have grown up fat as fuck. They've grown up morbidly obese. They've grown up, and since as far as they can remember, they've been what would be considered morbidly obese, 100 pounds overweight or more, or at least 50 to 75 pounds overweight or more, and it just keeps gaining and gaining and gaining. Because, and this is why it's important, if you're 25 years old and you weigh 300 fucking pounds, and you gain 5 to 10 pounds every single fucking year from there, by the time you're 40, you're going to weigh about 400 fucking pounds. It's got to fucking stop at some fucking point. It just fucking absolutely needs to stop at some fucking point. So what happens is when a person starts their entirety of their lives, they're morbidly obese. The first 6 months is actually decently easy for them to get into a good habit and get into a good groove. And they have what is called the on switch. So they get super hyper focused on making sure every little thing fucking goes right. And if they get some counseling and everything like that, they view themselves in a way where they don't hold themselves accountable, and that like to the point where because over accountability is actually a problem when it comes to, I had one thing that is not necessarily the best for me, so all of a sudden they just eat every fucking thing bad. They punish themselves for that one thing by eating everything fucking bad. And that's a big mistake too. But the first 6 months, they're seeing progress. So in 6 months, a 300-pound person, again, because Wegovy and drugs like that should produce way more fucking weight loss. But a 300-pound person could easily lose in the first like fucking 6 months, somewhere around fucking 50 fucking pounds. Easy, I mean, fucking easily. So they lose 50 fucking pounds. They all of a sudden weigh 250, and they haven't weighed 250 since they were like a teenager, and they're in their 30s. So they feel incredibly better. In fact, they feel better than they have in fucking a long time, longer than they can fucking remember. And then they get fucking kind of casual. They don't realize that they're still about 75 pounds over fucking weight at least. And they have a lot longer to go. So what they do is they kind of relax, and they're like, think they're kind of done. And they just rest on the laurels of it's going to be easy from there, and not realize that they probably even need to adjust at that point in time to keep continuing to lose weight. Because if done correctly, the first 50 pounds is done to the point where you're satiated and satisfied, and you're having a decent lifestyle, and it just comes down quickly and then kind of slows off. And then you need to adjust again. So it kind of goes off like this. So you're losing at a decent pace. So it just keeps kind of coming down at an even keel versus the huge weight dumps. So if a person, did he mention where to get their supplements? It's about 3 to 5 weeks from what Mark said today. So trust, fucking world changing. No shit. I'm telling you, we can change the fucking world. So I just lost 40 to 50 pounds in the last 2 months just from calorie deficit. Granted, I'm larger than most, but it's about smart eating first, people. Absolutely. Great fucking job. And hey, Star Sam, what's happening? How the fuck you doing? I'll be sending you a message a little later on today. So listen, but I just want to tell everybody that it is important that you understand that this is like how you're going to eat now is how you're going to set up the entirety of your fucking life. So if you set up a plan to lose weight, it cannot be something that is a temporary thing. It has to be something that you feel you can live with for the entirety of your life. You need to like the food. You need to like the fucking activity. And you absolutely then maybe need to adjust the portion sizes of the food you eat after you lose X amount of weight, because you cannot just fucking starve yourself, but you absolutely need to fucking be happy, satiated, satisfied with your fucking food. You cannot be starving and unhappy. Starving and unhappy, those are diets. Satiated and satisfied, those are lifestyles. That's the fucking difference. So I hope everybody had a fucking, I hope everybody found this informative. Tomorrow, we're probably going to go over fat influencers, is what I think. We're probably going to visit the fucking pages and channels of Tess Holiday and Lizzo and the fat doctors and all that bullshit, and talk about how fucking stupid and ridiculous they fucking are. How fucking dangerous for society these people that are, they call themselves influencers. They depend on influencing people to buy their music, buy their goods, buy their t-shirts, buy everything like that. And them influencing people into very negative, dangerous, unhealthy behaviors. We're going to talk about how fucking ridiculously bullshit that is. So that'll probably be tomorrow's video. I'll be setting up the links here probably shortly after I'm done with this. And once again, just in case anybody has any fucking question about it, this right here is, I have 30-minute consults. By the way, with the 30-minute consult comes a month of the app. So you get signed onto our app. You get to use the live and pre-recorded classes, yoga, strength fusion, HIIT style training. Crystal goes with walks, all fucking, with people. She sets those up for the week. She actually walks with people, talks to them. And you get to get a program of your choice and a 30-minute consultation where we can help you out with and ask follow-up questions right on the app. So that comes with the app, with the 30-minute consultation. And that is the monthly coaching price for 3-month block, broken down into monthly payments instead of the one big block payment that people had. So it's a little different, but if we had people saying that they just couldn't do the whole big block all at once, so that goes for there. But we do hope that everybody has a great fucking day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm really enjoying doing these lives again. as long as YouTube will allow it. But you can check it out on Rumble. If you guys need the Rumble link, hang on 1 second. Let me get it for you. Because it is only a matter of time. It is absolutely only a matter of time before this gets, all this stuff gets knocked out, basically. And let me go to there. This is the Rumble channel. Whoops. This is the Rumble channel for everybody. I hope everybody has a great fucking day. Thank you for posting all the W's. You people are fucking awesome. You are your own heroes. If you have taken your health into your own fucking hands and you have made a change for the better for your life, for your family's life, if you have set a good example to your friends and family, because you do influence the people around you. You do influence, if you can even see in the people in this chat that find motivation from you, if you do show that you can influence people's behaviors in a positive way, it makes it all the more important to talk about our conversation tomorrow about how these people can negatively influence people into gaining more weight. So I hope everybody has a great fucking day. Thank you for tuning in. God damn.